Hey everybody, we're back with some Not Actually Heroes, The Forgotten, our little homebrew D&D 5e campaign. I am Dr. Diz underscore DM, and these are the people that are in danger. They're right in the middle of battle. If you missed the last episode, they're fighting some gnolls inside of a gnoll cave. So we'll jump right over to that map. Here, let me get some music going. So that one's not too loud. And we'll jump over to the map.
Are you sharing your music with us?
Oh, yep. Let me share the music with the players here.
I just want to have the right ambiance when I die, you know?
There you go.
He's waiting for like La Cucaracha to come on.
Okay. And there is the map for everyone else to see. As you can see, the party is kind of stuck in this cave with a lot of very large gnolls and one really small one. So last time they kind of used a potion to give them the ability to go through the cave wall. And they took out a few of the gnolls, but they ended up waking up a large group of them, killed off a bunch of them. The rest drank some potions that kind of made them hulk out here. And one of them ran off in what the party is assuming towards the entrance of the cave, probably to get help. And at the start of the round here, you guys hear something from in between the party, and all of a sudden you hear Stenasi just kind of back up and says, "Oh no!" and goes, "Shoo." She vanishes. And with that,
Does that happen a lot?
Indolin, it's your turn.
More than you would think.
Oh God. Okay. Let's see here. Oh God, those guys are big. Shit. All right. I will reach on the air, pull a psychic blade, and chuck it at the little gnoll there that is bloodied.
Okay.
All right. That's gonna be a. Ooh, probably not. It's an 11.
11 just misses. The gnoll just kind of swats the blade up against the wall, and it kind of just disintegrates.
I will bonus action check another one at him.
Okay.
That's better. That's gonna be a 23 to hit.
23 hits.
All right. And since he's engaged with ally, I get sneak attack on this.
You do,
First
yes.
hit. Okay. It's gonna be. Great. That's gonna be 14.
Okay.
Yes,
So
14. 14 points of damage.
As he swats away your first blade up against the wall, it kind of disintegrates and kind of just a brief, not very vibrant, but a little bit of color goes out into the dark cave as the other blade comes in right behind it and hits it right in the side of the face, down into the throat, and you see it just crumple up against the wall.
Oh, and then just I don't know if it matters or not, but it's all the psychic blade damages, including sneak attack, is all psychic damage.
Yep, that's fine. He
Okay.
He goes down. So all right. You have movement left if you want to use that, or
can I? Well, I don't have dark vision, so now I'm gonna stay here right around this light.
right.
So yeah, I'll let my turn there.
Okay. Kai. If you're talking,
Sorry.
we did not hear you.
Yeah,
Sorry.
team. So
Yes.
I can move through. But
Yeah, let me get rid of
right?
this. Yeah, let me get rid of this dead null there. Yeah.
Because that's I want to move through and end up right there.
Okay.
And then I want to commence to beating the crap out of that one.
Crap beating commences.
So first attack is 15 plus some stuff, plus 6, 21.
21 hits.
That's short sword. Ooh, max damage. 10 points of damage.
Okay.
And then I shall use my last key point. And do a flurry of blows.
Okay.
First flurry of blow is another 15 plus 6, so it's a 21. So I'm assuming that hits as well.
That hits as well.
For 5 points of damage. I rolled a 1. And then the last attack is a natural 20. So
That one hits as well.
And I rolled 2 1s on the damage.
2 ones.
7 points of damage.
7. Okay.
And I would like him to make a strength saving throw.
Okay. So that last damage, you said you rolled 2 1s. Is that just 2 damage?
2
Dose?
2 2 1s plus 5. Hang on,
Plus
let me make
5.
sure.
Gotcha.
Plus 4. Sorry. So
So
6
6.
points of damage.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And you would like him to roll a strength saving throw.
Strength saving throw at a DC 13.
That is a 9.
Yes. Okay. He can't take an action until the end of my next turn.
So he's stunned, right?
He is.
Is that stunning strike?
Yep. If it fails, yep.
We'll put a
it just
stopwatch
said
on him.
It's open hand technique.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it says that I can either push him 15 feet or he can't take. I'm sorry, he can't take a reaction. So no, then I want to push him 15 feet. Sorry.
Okay.
So I want to push him 15 feet back into the one behind him.
Okay.
Like
So
back here.
I'm going to take that as the one behind him needs to make a saving throw to see if it knocks him down.
I would like to knock all of them down in a row.
It may happen.
Dominoes.
We'll see. All right. Let's see. That is.
If only I could shoot fireballs, I would be Liu Kang.
Okay, so you knock that one back into that one, and he falls down, and he falls back into the other one, who does not fall down.
Yes.
So 2 of these guys are prone at the moment.
As my free action, I turn to my friends and say, maybe we should run away.
Let me move your token just for a second here. Okay, yeah, you're good right there. Just making sure. I was
Yeah, I
seeing
didn't
how
think
much stone was there.
Yeah, I didn't think I was inside the wall. That's why I asked if I could move through.
So
Buck's
technically, if you could actually be inside the wall, but I'm just making sure that you weren't.
spot.
So
I'm actually since I pushed him away a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and continue to move since I have 60 feet of move.
okay,
I'm gonna move like up here.
okay.
And
you've-
end my turn.
As you go in there, you see that there's a number of treasure chests tucked in little coves around this little cave.
Shiny. That's it
Okay.
for me.
All right, so would be Stanasi, but we're going to with Mordecai.
All right, Mordecai is going to be there, and he's going to say, "Why aren't we moving away? Remember, they're coming in, more of them." And then he's going to firebolt the guy in front of Meridius.
Okay. All right, roll with disadvantage because he's prone.
Hold on a minute. I may have something.
Unless you have something.
That only affects if they're within melee range. So never mind.
Or if you had some Mentos or something,
That's
that
true.
would probably give
That's
you
true.
advantage.
That's true. In my other pants.
Wait, you just took a shower. I didn't think you were wearing pants.
Okay, so with disadvantage, I roll a 10.
10 misses.
Okay. And then that ends my turn.
Okay. Meridius.
So, DM, if I wanted to say something to the party, would that take my action?
No, it does not take your action. You have roughly about 6 seconds worth of dialogue that you can throw out there. You know, give or take.
Okay. I'm going to go over our comms. We
Okay.
need to get back out of this cave through the wall we came in. Elreal, make sure you grab the rabbit. I'll hold them off until you get out of here. And in that, I'm going to hammer down my trident on that first knoll.
Okay. Indolin, just so you know, you don't hear this because it goes over their communication devices that they have.
All right.
Okay. And don't forget that you have Bless. I don't know if you guys have been using that, so
Oh no, I did forget to use that.
it's an extra
Actually,
D4.
Yeah, that got
so-
somewhere to hit then. That's fine.
Yeah, it's me. Sorry.
But I don't think you have it, Mordecai.
Oh, fine.
You were,
fine. Nobody bless me.
That's
Sorry.
You're the only one
that's
without
a,
it.
19 to hit.
19. That is a hit. Is that with advantage? Because he's prone.
Oh, I did not do with advantage.
Okay.
Then that is a dirty 20 to hit.
Okay. Still hits. Just in case it was natural.
So 7. All right, so that is 7 points of slashing damage, 3 points of fire damage. He is now on fire.
Okay.
Fire,
All
fire,
right.
fire.
Let's see if we got a fire.
Which he has to make a save on each of his turns. Or
That
Take
kind of
the
looks like fire, so we'll go with that. All right. So on his turn, he has to make a save. Okay.
and let's make sure that we make. I don't know whether it's at the end or not. Let's see. Yeah, it says at the start of each of its turns until the spell ends, you must make a con save of 13, or you take 1d6 fire damage.
If he makes the save, he puts himself
it
out.
goes away. Right.
Okay. Okay.
right.
Okay. Okay. Gotcha.
And
Okay.
that'll end my turn.
All right. So it is now the Gnoll's turn. So we'll go ahead and roll that save. And that is a natural 18. So he puts out the fire. I'm not even going to look at the bonus there. He still has the no reactions thing until the end of Kai's turn. He's going to stand up, which takes half of his movement. This one is also going to stand up. He's going to take some claw attacks at Meridius. As he had a... Well, no, I guess his short swords grow with him, so he is a short sword. So he's going to go with the short sword attacks. So he gets 3 attacks. That is a 10.
Oh.
A 19.
Yep.
That one hits, okay. So the first one was the bite. He missed with that. Second one was his large short sword. And that one is an 18.
No.
No, okay. So just one of them. So that is 10 points of piercing damage. As
So
he just-
5 because of the potion.
5 because of the potion, yes.
Alrighty.
All right, and let's see. He then turns and moves up here, keeping intact with you there, as this one moves forward and goes for his attacks. That's a 10 also.
Nope.
I'm gonna roll the same stuff here. That's a 13.
Nope.
And that is a 17. I think
Nope.
that misses as well. So as that one moves there, so he 10. He is actually going to move up to here You can have your attack of opportunity if you want on him. As these guys move in. And he takes 3 more attacks. This new one does. That is 16.
Nope.
14. Gosh, come on. And a 12. Goodness. Okay, you're lucky.
Negative, sir.
You are
Negative.
lucky. All right, so I got one more token to move here, and all right. All right, so that is the gnolls' turn. Let's go around. So El Real.
I'm going to use my sacred weapon
Mhm.
and move it up and have it attack. So that is spiritual weapon, sorry. That is a 15 to hit.
15. That hits.
That is only 6 damage. I'm going to start moving backwards to
Okay.
here and go, the big guy says it's about time to leave. Now, Diz, this is the wall we came through, right?
I think it's this one right back here.
North of us here.
Yeah, right in that area roughly. Yeah. More to the
I'm
left
gonna
side.
do what I was told, and I'm gonna grab the rabbit and keep moving this way.
Okay.
So use my action to try to grab, lift him with one arm and just kind of move him towards the wall.
So you're trying to pull the rabbit?
Yeah.
Okay. Indolin, do you resist or do you go with him?
No, as I see those, as I saw the gnolls coming out more and more from the darkness, I was like, oh, okay. And as Sly is moving back, he is also my light source. So,
Do you go with him?
yes, I can see nothing ahead of me now, and I see the glimmer of a gnoll, and I'm following
All right.
the light. I'll follow over.
So you were over here, so you move
Yeah,
5,
so-
10. If you move, like if you drag him, like force him to like move with you as you're going, it takes half your movement.
That's fine.
Yeah.
I was thinking more of like a scoop up, like a football, and keep going.
Right. So, but it still takes
But
half
either
your
way-
movement after that point. So you've moved 10.
Either way, that's only 10 more to get there.
So-
that's
Yeah. So you would have what, 20 feet of movement? So 10 more. So we'll put him right
there
there.
would be as far as I can get.
Yep.
He'd be
Okay.
at the door with me at least.
Okay.
And that's my turn.
All right. Start of the next round. Indolin, as you get to the wall, are you starting to go through the wall?
Yeah, I mean, on my turn, I wanted to kind of grab El Rio, and then just for, flavor, I wanted to walk 5 feet, try to walk 5 feet through the wall, and then use my rabbit hop to pull him
To jump
along,
through?
kind of jump through and pull him with me.
So as you take his hand and start to step forward, you see like a face kind of push through the wall, and you kind of step back and probably pull some daggers out in reaction. And as the face kind of loses its stone texture and becomes like flesh again, you see a furbolg's face, a female furbolg looking at you, and you you don't know who this is, but El Real, do you know who this is?
A
You have
female
a guess?
furbolg. I don't.
You can roll an
know
intelligence
if I
check if you
do.
don't remember.
Was I here for this?
Oh,
session?
I don't think he was.
He might not.
That's a good intelligence check, though.
Okay.
My intelligence is +0, so 18.
18. So this is one of the druids, Alarona. She was very quiet during your meetings with the rest of the druids, and it is very odd that you see her here. But she is in the wall right there, kind of sticking her head through, and she just looks around, and says, "Do you need help?"
It's Malnox's turn, not mine.
Yes, but I don't feel comfortable accepting help from strange women in walls. I don't know who you are. Are you with them? Are you with us?
She
what's going
pushes
on here?
through, and she is very large. She is like 7 feet tall as she pushes through you two and comes out the other side.
I'll turn to El Rio and say, she's about the size of those gnolls. I think we might stand a chance with her. And seeing her push into the cave, I just kind of shrug my shoulders and go, I mean, they do still have all my shit. And I'll turn around and I'll chuck a dagger at the closest gnoll in.
Okay. Well, I'm going to give her just a quick turn before
Okay.
you take yours. She raises her hands, and a stone wall appears. Here, I'll just draw it with the crayons here.
It's gonna block
Stone
Josh
wall.
away from us.
A stone wall appears right in front of Meridius, just floor to ceiling, sealing the cave.
You still have your
Somewhere in
potion,
the-
Josh.
Somewhere in the distance, you hear Kai say, "Bye, everybody."
Is Meridius allowed to talk at this time, or are we still in turn order?
We're still in turn order at the
Okay.
moment because
Okay.
technically,
All right, I'll just make sure.
Josh's character
Josh
is still in combat.
At least one of us is still in combat right now.
So, Indolent, it's your turn at the moment.
Right. Well,
So,
with that
whatever
stone
you-
wall coming up, I'll I guess turn to the druid and say, thanks, but they still have my shit. And then I'll just kind of sigh and grab El Rio and go and jump through the wall like I was planning on in the first place. So I'll turn, take like a step, into the stone, and then use my rabbit hop. That's an extra. I rolled a 5 on the d6. That's an extra 15 feet of movement through.
So, you
That'd be 20 feet.
you have
total,
half
right?
movement, so you got
That'd be 10
15 from walking, and
Well,
you've
five-
got how far do you jump?
I rolled a 5, so that's I have an extra 15 feet of jump, so that would be an extra 7.
So yeah, so we have to round movement down because you can't take a half step into the next one. So you would
I
have
20 feet.
you'd have 25 feet of movement through the stone.
Is that enough? Would I know if that's enough to get through the stone from when we came in the first place?
It's not quite. It's I think it's a little bit thicker than that. It's not much more, but I think you guys sprinted through it, didn't you? Or
No, you let us move through because we got to the wall
Okay.
under marine layer, and then we did a normal walkthrough.
no?
So
Say
we-
25
I'm-
would probably work.
I have my bonus action. I can dash as well,
Yeah. So 25 would probably be good.
or my action.
Since 30 feet is normal movement. So yep,
Yeah.
we'll say you pop out on the other side.
Okay, so drag them through, jump through.
So as you come through the other side, you're just on the outside of the wall, and you look around, and there's to your left there is just gnolls, and they are starting to get up as you hear another gnoll off in the distance just yelping as loud as it can. and this
Can I-
entire camp is starting to awaken. Off to the right, you see forest.
Can I use my action to? So did I have to use my action or my bonus action for movement to get through that wall, or was I able
You
to
didn't.
get through there?
No,
Just...
and
Okay.
I don't think jump requires you to use those, right?
No,
Your
my
hop,
hop is
okay.
no action.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
no action.
Okay. Yep. So no, you have your action and bonus action.
All right. Can I use my action just to make a perception check and see what is going on around there? Just kind of take a second to get a hold of my surroundings.
Sure. Yeah.
Oof, not good. It's a 7.
7. A lot of stuff's going on. Like I said, you hear the yelping of the gnoll elf in the distance. You probably assume that's the one who ran away, and there's a lot of angry-looking gnolls crawling out of their little piles that they're sleeping in.
Yeah, I might as well. Can I use my psi bolster knack and add a if I fail well I don't know. Is it a perception check? That's not an ability check, is it? That's not considered would a perception check be considered an ability check?
It is an ability check, yeah.
Okay. Can I use so if I fail an ability check, I can use one of my psionic energy die and I can add that to the check. Can I do that?
Sure.
Just to see if I get anything else out of it. It's only another 3, so that just brings it up to a 10.
10. Yeah, I mean, not a lot. You don't have dark vision, and it is dark out here, even though El Real is glowing bright. You know?
He does have a sword that's giving off like 20 feet of light.
Yep.
Right, I'm just gonna turn and look to El Real and say,
You guys realize pretty quickly that you are kind of lit up against this wall in the darkness.
I'll turn to El Real and say, point over the gnolls and say, that looks terrifying. And I'll use my bonus action to dash my full movement towards the forest.
Okay.
So you pulled me through the wall and then left me there and ran away.
Because you're a shining beacon right now, and I
He
don't
just
want to be next
runs-
to you.
He just runs off towards the forest. He doesn't even make it to the forest. It doesn't even make it out of your vision.
Is there like a bush or something that I can dash to in that amount of time, or is it just all?
No, not close enough.
Like
The
dash
trees
and
are
hide behind a bush.
the trees are a little further out than that. So.
All right. Then I'll dash that way and kind of look over my shoulder and see if he's coming with me. And in my turn.
Okay. All right, Kai, back inside the cave here. So we'll just.
I'm assuming
take
I
these
saw
guys.
the giant rock wall be formed down there because I'm.
Yeah, you have a little bit of an angle of it, yeah.
I'm gonna assume that's a bad thing, and I'm going to use my bonus action to activate my boots.
Okay.
And I'm going to then use my action to disengage, and then I'm going to run through the wall.
Okay.
So
I will.
take
Are you
off.
gonna run straight left? I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I would just run. Yeah, I would just run.
Yeah,
straight.
I let you run through it.
Hang
Yeah.
back out of the
Okay, cool.
wall there.
Okay.
'Cause with the boots, I would have 120 feet of movement.
Yeah.
So
You probably run so fast you almost go through the other wall.
yeah,
Before you stop
that
yourself.
would probably, that would be about 40 feet. So yeah, that I would stop once I came out of the other side of the wall and start looking around for people.
All
And I
right.
would
So
actually I'd run down here and go, "What happened? Where did that wall come from?" And that would be my turn.
All right. So as you do that,
And I would point
Okay.
at the giant furball and go, "Who the hell is that?" So,
we're out of combat for the moment. Now we don't know how long we're out of combat because El Real is outside attracting
in
every
that
gnoll he
case-
can.
Meridius will turn around and look at Alrona. Well, You showed up just in time.
I followed you. I thought that it was odd. This group of people coming through our forests. I imagined that there was more to the story.
There's two things that I must ask you.
You see her just kind of fidgeting her hands and just looking around a lot.
Can I take a time out real quick just to say I would turn the sword off and start shimmying down the wall?
We'll get back to you in like 2 seconds.
I
Okay?
just don't want it to get back to me and be like, okay, they were attacking now.
I have two important questions to ask you.
Okay.
And your answers to them are dire.
As Maria says, you're doing that, you hear those gnolls just beating on the wall from the other side.
Where do you stand with the Archdruid?
He is a good man. He has firm rules you have to obey. But he has never led us wrong.
What would you say if I told you he's involved with the gnolls?
It is troubling, yes. But we have lived for a long
Nevertheless.
time. There's been many things that have happened. That would not be the oddest.
Now for my second question. Can you get me and my team out of here?
I think
Back
so.
to-
I
Back
don't
your
want to
grove.
harm the gnolls.
I don't care to harm them either if we can avoid it.
But I am curious what is truly going on here. Why are you here?
I will give you your answers once we're back at your grove and can address your Archdruid.
Yes, let us have a very good discussion after we are out of the cave and away from the gnolls.
Okay. One moment. And she turns and she starts walking up through here. Just kind of looking around. Just almost like she's sightseeing. She seems like nervous in nature, like just twitchy, but
I'm gonna follow
It-
since I can't
it
actually see
doesn't-
what she's doing.
it doesn't seem like the environment is causing this. It just seems like she possibly is just that way naturally. And she looks through this, says, "What is that?" She walks on into here. On into this room up here. So, Meridius, as you walk into here, you see what looks like a statue of a gnoll. It has like a basin around it. It's like where you would see water possibly. But it's dry. There is like a gnoll, who is like the statue of a gnoll standing in the middle of this basin. It looks like he's like ready for combat. There are a few bottles next to the basin. They're empty, with like corks nearby. Just various like bottles, almost like they were probably scavenged. If you want to investigate, you can roll an investigation check.
Okay. That is a 21.
21. As you you walk up and look, and as you're kind of looking around the statue itself, you notice that there are various holes two holes where the eyes are, and as you kind of look in there, there's like almost like a green light, kind of a faint green light that you can see inside there. You also find, like, as you're kind of running your hands along the side of the statue, you find other little small holes in the statue. And then as you kind of kneel down, you kind of run your hand across the basin, and there's like an oily substance, like a residue left in like the bottom of the basin there.
Kind of like whatever was in the bottle was potentially poured in it.
Who knows? She sees you doing this. Do you see something?
Well, there's a light in the eyes. Behind the eyes, I guess one would say.
Behind the eyes. And as you're kind of looking at each other, thinking about that, we cut back outside to El Real, who is turning his sword off and beelining for the trees.
I don't know if I'd beeline because I'm in chainmail.
Yep.
I'd just be like creeping along, trying to stay close to the wall and going towards the forest, though.
So you can roll stealth if you want to, but I think disadvantage, right? Because you have heavier armor.
Why would you put me at disadvantage? It's no. That's not good. 12.
12. So I'm still learning Malnox's new name here. Indolon. As you're kind of running over towards the woods, you hear from behind you, it sounds like metal scraping on stone as Real is sliding down the wall. And then he leans off the wall, kind of moves over a little bit, and the stone hits him on the shoulder. Ching! He's like, shh, you know. And you kind of look back and you notice that there's a couple of gnolls who've like perked their ears up and they're looking over in that direction. As you can't see where El Real is at this point, but you can see the gnolls because they have like a little campfire over there. So, do you keep running?
Oh, it's my turn. No, I am going to. I'll stop and I'll kind of feel my body, touch my hand, and I go, shit. And I'll turn around and I'll just kind of try to quietly whisper out in the direction I think El Rio is. I didn't get my stuff back, and I'm gonna try to stealthily run towards the gnolls campfire. I'm gonna turn around and head back towards the gnolls because they still have my shit.
All right, so just roll the stealth check as you're making your way over there. Real, you see the Indolon turn and start. He gets down low and tries to creep up towards the gnolls.
That was a 25.
25, okay.
25. I have. If I'm stealthing, do I move at half speed, right?
No, I don't think there's any restriction. Josh, do you know of any restrictions in 5th edition for stealth? I don't think there is.
No, you just roll. I think if you and this may be a house rule, if you elect to move at half speed, you can do it at advantage.
Okay.
And that may be a house rule thing. I have heard that rule in the past, so that's completely up to Diz if he wants to do that. But no, I mean stealth is full move. You just have to make the roll, and if you muff the roll, bad things happen. You know?
Yeah.
I'm actually okay with that if we want to make that a rule going forward. So
I mean, it just, it makes it to where if people, if somebody says, I'm deliberately being sneaky, not Bugs
Yeah.
Bunny sneaky, but actually trying to be quiet,
Half speed, but you get advantage
yeah,
on the roll.
yeah. So, I mean, you take something away, but you give a better chance of actually succeeding.
Yeah.
Mordecai wishes to be Bugs Bunny sneaky always.
So then I guess with my movement, bonus action dash, and my rabbit hop, I rolled a 6 again for the rabbit hop. So that's a total of 75 feet I can move in that direction.
okay. So
And
you try to
then-
you get pretty close to the gnolls at this point. So
All right. Yeah, I just want to get close to the campfire, and then can I make a perception check to see if they have my bag?
you can.
Fucking gnolls. Give me my shit. 11.
You don't see. I mean, you see lots of little like garbage laying around, but nothing that looks like yours.
How much?
How
many
somewhere
gnolls are
Elril is
there?
whispering to him, trying to whisper to him, going, "What was in that bag? Anyway, we can get you new stuff. I'll get you new stuff. We need to get out and find the team."
Yeah, I'm not there.
Yeah, you rolled a 25. I have no clue where you're at. I'm just whispering that because I heard you say it as you passed.
I'm gonna stay right next to that campfire and just kind of keep an eye on the gnolls. Are these these are the you said these are the couple of gnolls that perked their ears up and were looking towards Sly?
Yep. They're still on alert. They're looking around.
How many gnolls are there?
There's probably about in this little small encampment, probably about 8.
8. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of stay hidden but stay close and just kind of keep an eye on them.
Okay. Elril, you're just continuing to try to move. You can slow down if you want to and re-roll your stealth.
Yeah, we'll do
If
that.
you want to go, you can just roll it at
I'm gonna
regular.
go over the comms though and go, guys, you said to get out. Where are y'all? Why are y'all not out of the cave yet?
Somebody can respond if they want to.
And that's a 13 on stealth.
Okay.
Even
It's a
with the
little
straight
bit-
roll, I
A
get
little bit
bad stealth.
better.
Elril, we found something in the cave.
At this point, I don't even think I have the potion on to be able to go back in, do I?
You're at the limits, I would say. Because I mean, we're moving at normal time, but you guys we've jumped
Yeah.
back and forth, so it's getting pretty close to being ran out. I would say that you could still feel it active, on you. At the moment.
I'll say one time through just find cover as soon as we're done here. We'll come to you and we'll go settle this with the druids.
I turn and start walking towards the nearest tree line that I can try to find a little bit of cover in.
Okay, so we'll go back inside here before unless there's anything else Indolin's doing. Are you just staying
yeah.
hidden?
I'm gonna use my psychic whisper to make a connection between myself and for 6 hours. It's a good roll. Between myself and Elril and Mordecai, since I've talked to Mordecai this way before. And through that psychic connection, I'm just gonna say, I'm outside. There's some gnolls here. I don't think they have my stuff. If you guys are walking around, can you keep an eye out for my bag? I kind of need that stuff. That's it.
Come to the tree line. We can get you more stuff.
No, see, this is my stuff. I want my stuff. They took it, and I need it back. I'm sorry. This is my stuff, and I don't see it here. I'm gonna try to move a little bit further into the camp and see if I can't see anything else. But just tell me if you get it, because I don't like being this close to these gnolls. And if I don't have to be, then that'd be cool.
Hey, I am near this crazy looking statue inside of the cave, but if I see your stuff while I'm here, I will let you know and grab it. Also, I will scream if the statue tries to kill us. So,
Yeah, no, that's good. That's good. Yeah, scream. I don't think I can get back inside, but oh God, actually maybe don't scream because then it'll stress me out because I can't get in and I'll just have to listen to you dying. Oh God, this is.
oh no, you will hear me dying. I will make sure to let my screams of my death permeate this spell and go to you, my little rabbit friend. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, okay. But if you
Just
see
remember, the last thoughts on my mind as I die from this statue is, oh shit, I couldn't get the bunny man stuff.
Well, that is comforting because it is important. So, thank you.
All right, Mal, I sent you a message there on Discord.
Okay.
If you want to check it out. So back inside, you guys are kind of Meridius and Alarona are looking at each other, and you hear something behind you, just like, and you see Stanasi pop back in to reality here, wherever she goes, and along with her is Keltash. They're holding hands, and then she looks over and lets go of him, and then kind of almost falls backwards and disappears again.
No.
I didn't make it.
Why do you keep moving me around?
Which is funny because Keltash can't see us in the dark.
Uh-huh.
It wasn't Diz.
Oh,
Yep, exactly.
why are you
Keltash comes
moving me
in.
around?
Yes,
Flag on the play.
he was. He probably had to run your character one session. So Keltash, you're just in pitch black, right? That's what you see.
Stenasi! I'm like feeling around for Stenasi.
Keltash,
What?
quit yelling. There's gnolls in this cave that have grown to a way bigger size, and we're trying to figure out what the hell's going on here.
Mordecai will go over to Keltash and go, here, let me have what's something that you can just hold in your hand.
Hands all over Mordecai's face. What?
You don't have to put it on my hair. Just like, do you have like a dagger or like something?
I'll take out a crossbow bolt, point first, and try to place it in Mordecai's hands.
It's
Okay.
okay. I can see. I take the bolt and I touch the top of it and I cast light.
And I fumble it.
All right, so it emits how much light?
Okay, until spell ends, which is 1 hour, the object sheds bright light in a 20-foot radius and dim light for an additional 20 feet.
I'm gonna blow on it to make it brighter.
There you go.
Sweet.
Now you should be able to see a little bit.
Sweet. It looks like more cave. Sweet.
Yes, there is a lot of cave in this cave.
Mm-hmm.
Alarona
That
says,
makes us professional spelunkers now.
that's odd, but not the oddest thing I've seen.
You get used to it after a while.
I mean, the one that showed up and then left does it all the time. The fact that she took him and brought him back was odd. That's a first.
You know, at this point, live and let live.
This looks, and she kind of touches the statue. This looks religious. I am not familiar with it, though. Do you think they were worshipping this?
Yes.
Well,
Can I make a religion check?
If you would like to.
Mordecai, master of all religions, would like to make a religious check.
Ace it.
That is an 11.
11.
Yep.
Definitely some type of deity or something. Maybe a demon.
That's in a nice lady. After reviewing the evidence around the statue, I can 100% say that they were definitely worshiping it.
being a paladin, may I try to
Sure.
see if I know what this is?
Go right
If
ahead.
you think you can do better,
How does Nat 20 do better?
And
than,
that 20
Clan's
does
roll?
a lot better. Let me find my
I do
notes
not
here.
know how. I gave all the relevant information that I had.
Let me look something up real quick.
While you're looking that up, I'm
For
gonna
some
turn to
pronunciation.
Mordecai.
I did
put my
look
hand
up how
on
to
his shoulder.
pronounce it like a month ago. So
And go, I have trained my whole life in this kind of thing.
you would recognize this as a representation of the gnoll deity. Actually, gnoll demon lord. Yi Nag Hu.
You know,
say-
who do you do?
Did you say Nog? Who?
Yi Nag Hu.
Okay.
That's an incredibly Lovecraftian name. I kind of love it.
Definitely some tentacles involved with that.
Can I cast Divine Sense to see if it's putting off a evil type of aura of any kind?
Sure. As you kind of reach out with your divine sense, you detect no demons, no celestials, no undead.
Okay. Other than my normal who's standing close to me. Okay.
Yeah, other than faint traces on the wind.
Racist. Also, I want to say it's very bad of you to assume just because it's a demon lord that it's evil.
Yeah.
What was your
I
investigation
did-
check earlier?
Mine was a 21
21.
for
Okay.
investigation.
So, as you kind of are investigating it further, to figure out what it is, you find a small, like, switch around the side of it.
Okay. But
Push
before
that
I,
button.
before I do anything with that, I want to look at Alarana. Have you ever seen this before? Or
This-
heard of this?
Statue?
Yes.
No.
I asked because when we arrived at this place and we're overlooking the encampment of all these gnolls, we watched the archdruid come out of this place about the same location that you came in.
Strange. But like I said, it wouldn't be the strangest thing I've seen him do. She just kind of looks. She never makes like eye contact with you. Just looks all around, kind of rubs her hands together.
I'll come over the comms and tell everybody. I found a switch on the statue. I don't know if we should push it right now.
Yes.
We're kind of 2 men down.
I say push it unless it's a bad idea, and then don't. But I say push it.
Well, unfortunately for you, Keltash, you haven't been here for the glorious fight that we've been in for the last few hours.
Yes. True. I was in limbo, and I will not say it was restorative, but it wasn't fight.
I would say, Cal, you have trouble remembering much of where you were at. I mean, you could say that. I mean,
What was I?
because it's kind of foggy.
I mean, last time we saw you, Keltash, we were trying to get a mech, and you just disappeared on us.
A mech?
Yes, I drove a mech. You missed it. It was very nice.
What is a mech?
It's like a large mechanical man.
A what?
Yeah, it was really cool. I drove it. It was cool. I accidentally mowed down some buildings or something. There's a little bit, but we got it all straightened out. It's fine now.
Everybody has their fingers and toes.
Yes,
We lost a wagon because of him.
that's true. I bought a new wagon.
I like wagons.
Also, my vote is to also press the switch.
But am I actually looking at JD right there?
No, I'm Meridius.
That's Meridius.
Oh, right.
JD's Saturday.
Oh, yeah, that is Meridius.
What do you think, Kai?
Press the button. Yes, press the
I'm
button.
just looking around. I'm not actually moving. Sorry.
Kai thinks there's cookies
There's
Oh.
cookies
that will
there.
come out
Must
when he
press
presses the button.
Kai's been staring at the button the entire time, kind of, and he'll catch himself and pull his hand back. Because if you
Want to touch the button?
give Kai a button, Kai's button pressing kind of guy. I mean, we know
It's
this.
true.
So
He's got one mode: button press.exe.
That's right.
Meridius, what do you want to do?
Alarona, can you get the other 2 people back inside?
Yes, if they wish to come back inside.
Oh.
El Rio, how far are you from the wall?
Diz, how far would that tree line be from the wall?
So, you've probably moved about, I don't know. I would think that you're trying to move quietly still. So, probably about 60 to 80 feet roughly towards the tree line while they've been talking.
Maybe under 100?
Where's the rabbit?
I do not know. He disappeared.
Rabbit?
Can,
Wait,
can anyone get a hold of him?
Rabbit, where are you?
Where's the rabbit? Where's the rabbit?
I'm using
Where's
the other telekinetic thing to talk to the rabbit.
I'm a Looney Tunes generation kid. It's playing in my head all the time.
I'm seeing Bugs Bunny with a Viking helmet on right now.
Exactly.
Oh, I was trying to hold it together. Really, I was.
I saw you and Diz, and I was like, I can't hold it.
So were you seeing the Mr. Rabbit thing over the mind link that we have?
Oh, hold on. I can call the rabbit man. I think. Hold on a minute.
What's the
Mordecai
distance?
puts his- yeah, what's the distance? Is this? Do I have to call collect?
No, it's 1 mile.
I have to put the area code in first.
Oh, do you have a
You have
mind
the
link
rotary
with
dial ring.
Mordecai?
With Mordecai
Yes.
and Elrio, where
Oh, yeah, so yeah.
my side whispers, yeah, it's
So Mordecai
a
is
link
like
for within 1 mile.
puts his hands up to his temple like this, then concentrates real hard and goes, "Hello, Mr. Bunnyman, are you there?"
Did you find my stuff, or is this the
Oh.
part where you're gonna scream and then die?
Oh no, no screaming, no. And Mordecai's actually moving this way now because he's made contact. No, no screaming. What we actually found was a switch on the side of this murderous-looking statue, which actually turns out to be some kind of kobold demon lord or something, or goblin. Anyway, it's a demon lord, and they think it's bad, but it's never mind. People are so presumptive about demons. It's very bad. But anyway, there's a switch. We want to press the switch, but Meridius would like for everyone on the outside to come back inside. But hold on, the druid lady says she may be able. How can you help, druid lady?
I can walk through the wall and bring them back through.
No, so if you get near the wall that you use to go outside and come back, she can help you come back inside, and then we can all die together when Meridius pushes this button. But there's a chance we're all going to die together when we push this button. Don't look so worried, Kai. It'll be fine.
No, Kai is still standing there, just dead staring at the button. I mean, the rest of the world has drifted away. There is only the button in the universe right now.
So can I tell her that you'll be there to wait on her, or have you already ran away in fear?
No, I'm in the middle of a gnoll camp right now. I'll be by the wall. I don't know where that guy with a glowing sword is though. His sword stopped glowing. Yeah, he was making a lot of scraping noises on the rocks. I think the gnolls might have gotten him.
To be fair, he's near a cave, so he probably died again.
I can hear y'all, can't I?
Yeah, you can. Well, no, actually, I think I don't know if I can choose who I'm talking to at each point. It's a mind link. I have a mind link with both of you, but I don't know.
Is it
if
a
you
party line or is it like a regular?
I don't know. I think I can talk to each of you individually or at the same time. I don't know if you can talk to each other or if you can just talk straight back to me. The spell is kind of vague on that. The spell text.
I think it's far funnier if it's a party line. I mean,
I like that. I'm about it.
I vote for that because I think it's just far more amusing.
He is now connected. Then they can just sit and talk to each other, and he can't shut it off.
Have you, Elreal? Are you dead again?
No, I'm not.
Why were you so quiet?
Congratulations on
this whole time.
surviving
We've been
a
talking
cave.
about this. You didn't give us any input. What are you doing?
I asked you where you were, Bunny Man.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago.
Well, you know it's hard to get the word in edgewise with Mordecai around. He talks like my grandmother.
I do understand that.
that
Anyway,
much.
I'm walking back to the cave. Where are you?
I'm on my way back to the cave as well.
Can you try to do it quietly this time? Because I could hear exactly where you were going all the way over here from the gnoll camp. I think they still might be looking.
I stubbed my toe on a rock.
Plink. Ow. I'll take that as a no.
I am going to hang up now and tell the druid lady to meet you at the cave where you exited the cave. So, okay. And then so Mordecai will turn to Alorona and say,
and while he's doing this, I'm going to say, you can't actually hang up on this. I can still keep talking to you.
She walks down
in the call
and just walks straight through the stone. She comes out on the other side and just kind of ducks down, even though she's like 7 feet tall, so she's like ducking down, still very visible. And
head towards her.
So Endolin, roll a perception check with disadvantage as you're trying to figure out where she is in the dark.
That's an 11 with disadvantage.
Okay, so you kind of run up and you can't see where she's at. There are gnolls behind you with like torches, like kind of coming towards you. So you just run up against the wall and start just running down the wall, just with your hands up against the wall until you just run straight into her, almost knocking yourself out. Now, you have a little bit easier of a time as you have dark vision, so you. It just takes you a few moments to find the right place, and you get there about the time that Endolin is just running headfirst into her and falling backwards.
What are you doing? Why Why do you run into people?
You run into walls.
I didn't run into a wall.
Okay, you scraped against a wall for the whole camp over there. Do you see those gnolls over there? They're coming towards you, and it's because you made all the noise.
I don't know. You ran into her. Maybe you made a bunch of noise. For them.
She grabs both
Did
of
you
and
hear
says,
me?
"We can finish this on the other side," and pulls you through the wall.
We're back in here.
Oh,
She
I
just
guess
kind of
we'll go
walks
this way.
past you.
Okay, I'll follow her.
Has everybody reconvened at the statue?
I'm going to say yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Seems to be.
I
Well,
never
we
have.
can see.
So
Then
I-
I'm going to.
Kai has been slowly inching toward the button this entire time.
Before
Just every
as I
time you look, like he's just a little bit, just a little bit closer to the button.
as I see him
When you
inching
turn
towards
back
that
around,
button.
he's standing like right next to the button with his finger kind of out in the air.
As he's reaching out to push that button. Oh, wait. Did you guys like check to make sure there's not a trap or something on this
At that
button?
point, I'm not. I wasn't gonna press the button. It's a very nice button though, isn't it? And they say something's gonna happen. Maybe something good. Maybe something's gonna happen when we press.
And
that
while
button.
he's talking, Meridius reaches over and pushes it.
Okay, didn't check for traps. That's fine. Don't listen to the rabbit. Don't listen to the one who's trained in this kind of stuff. That's fine. Yeah. Cool.
I mean,
So
that's what we did.
You're trained in buttons.
As you hit the button, you hear
Sure,
a
Elreal.
click, and the statue kind of jars forward slightly.
I draw my sword back out.
Like it jerks from the right side, kind of almost on a hinge.
I'll move over and try to move or open it further.
Okay. All right. So as you pull it open, I will have to just move you guys.
I wanted to see the statue
Back
move
here.
on the map. Dude.
Yeah, what's going on?
Well, we don't get that kind of animation skills.
Dang it.
We'll just throw everybody back here. It's a real tight part of the cavern back in here. As you walk through, I'd say the last person to come through is probably Mordecai. You just walk on through, and as you enter the back here, you anything you guys can interrupt me if you want to do anything, but as you enter the back, you can roll a perception check. I mean, obviously there is a table right there with some stuff on it,
Go to
and
the table and see if my shit's on the table.
yep. So anybody who's just looking around, just roll a perception check. Just
17.
Advantage.
17. So yeah, you do find like a brown bag underneath the table there, and as you open it up, there's various items inside them.
I got a dirty 20.
I got
Dirty
a
20.
natural 20.
Yeah.
I
Kai's
got a 19.
disappointment from not being able
Nice.
to press the button caused him to get a 2.
So my
So-
nat 20 takes it to 26.
Who else got nat 20? Or no? I thought Mordecai said he did. What did you get,
No, I got
Mordecai?
a 19.
19. Okay. So the people up front here, you guys see on the table various like powders and liquids and stuff. There seems to be like a mortar and pestle, various like flask. Some are empty. Some have just a little bit of liquid in them. It looks just like, if you were mixing stuff, if we had one of the characters from the other campaign. This would be very good for him.
Looks like an alchemy set.
Take a look
So
through the items in that bag.
okay. So as you're doing that, you find like a cloak in there. You find your items in there. You also find a potion. Has like a, it's almost like it's like clear with like gold floating in it, a little bit like gold flakes floating in it. Go slugger. And then I've got there is a
Can you
yes.
adjust your roll 20 screen on the stream because the
Oh, yeah,
part
it's
where
they can't
characters
see.
are is not showing.
There we are. Thank you. Forgot to roll that up just a little bit. There is
There you go,
a shield in there, and there is a weapon that I will let you roll on to see what type of weapon it actually is. So we're gonna wait on that just for a moment as we're addressing the rest of the perception checks. So Meridius and Elreal, you guys find the stuff on the table there. Mordecai, with your roll, you kind of look back at the the little passageway that you came through, and you can see like larger holes on the back of the statue, as if like you were to have closed it. There would be ways of like putting like different things through those holes to it looks like
Make
some
it look like
holes down.
statues doing it, or like to
Like if say you wanted to pour something into the basin, there are holes down there that leads
gotcha,
off down to that. The eye
Okay,
holes
all
actually
right.
are you see 2 emeralds inset into there. So you kind of think if you shine light through that, it would light the eyes up, stuff like that.
Okay.
Different things like that.
So I can see this is all for theater.
Yes, it appears to be. You also hear what sounds like the sound of like stone being kind of broken through as the doorway is still open.
Okay, as I hear the stone being broken through, I'm going to take and close the statue behind us.
Okay, so you close it and it goes clicks into place.
Yeah, I close it and I say, I believe that the druid wall is crumbling.
What did Kai roll? 2.
2.
Okay, so the only
Well,
thing
I mean-
you see.
I mean, it would have been a 7, but I rolled a 2. So
Okay,
I didn't figure.
so you and Keltash I think Keltash rolled a 9. The only thing you guys see in the room is a button next to right where Mordecai just closed that. You just see the button. There's only the button.
I wander over to the button. While everyone is distracted looking at other things.
All right,
No one's
and
gonna
so
stop me?
Like, I don't even think I've had time to get my hands away from the statue yet. It's just like closed it and said, I think they're coming, and then I see.
You turn and jerk a little bit as Kai's just like standing beside you.
all right, let's see.
It's like
Cheat.
then he rationalizes, and I think it probably reopens the door. So I lose the urge to press the button.
Okay.
Did the Nat 20 see anything else outside of what Indolon has in his arms?
So, who rolled that? Malnox rolled that?
I rolled
No,
Nat 20.
Sly.
You
got a
rolled nat 20.
26.
Yeah.
So, you just see all the chemicals on the table and the bag of. That's the only thing in here, is those things.
Okay.
And of course the statue. But you weren't looking in. I figured you were more looking at the table and stuff, and not the
Probably.
statue.
As
So, let's
he's
see.
pulling things out, I would cast Detect Magic.
Okay. Okay. So can I get you to roll? Let me count these up. 1 second. 2, 3. Twelve, 13, 14, 15. Okay, so let's just roll. You have to roll this in roll 20. Just roll a /R space 1d60. 1d60. Yep.
Done. 10.
10. Okay. All right. So you find. Let me double check. Make sure this may have to be a melee weapon. So if we, yeah, actually that works out. So we'll just go up to the next melee weapon. You find a dagger of certain death.
Damn.
Sounds very fitting for Indala.
Yep. So as you cast detect magic, the dagger lights up for you. The cloak lights up. The items that Indolin pulled out that he kind of set to the side for himself, those are lighting up for you. I can't remember if we said the potions. I don't know if they're actually considered magical or not in nature, or more alchemical. So I don't think that lights up for you. And then the shield lights up as well.
So shield and cloak, and then the stuff that Indolan's.
Yeah, everything in the bag except for the potion is lighting up. So
Literally everything there is magical of some sort. Be careful.
Yeah, well, this dagger looks nice. This cloak, this cloak feels nice and soft, luxuriant. And the shield, shields are garbage. And I toss the shield off to the side.
You throw the shield. Okay, he throws the shield. It goes ching 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 ching. This echoes off the wall.
Yep.
I grab
Mordecai, you hear what sounds like these large, like gnoll, like breathing, and then you hear them kind of stop as the shield goes clang, 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 clang.
Diz, can I see how to operate the statue?
You can roll an intelligence check. I mean, some of the stuff is pretty obvious, but yeah.
Okay, I'm going to roll an intelligence check.
While he's doing that, I'm going to start putting my armor on, slide my ring back on.
Okay, that would be a... Do I add my saving? It's not a saving throw, is it? It's just straight intelligence
It's
roll?
just a straight
roll?
intelligence,
Straight roll.
yeah.
Okay, 17.
70? Not bad, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can tell that there seems to be a place there where you could project your voice through, where it would possibly, come out of, like, maybe not only its mouth, but possibly other spots in the room. You can see the eyes where you could maybe shine light through them and make them light up. There are various holes around the side, which you would imagine could possibly be used for making some type of smoke or fog type effect, and then the holes down towards the bottom are more probably to fill the basin with whatever blessed liquid that the deity or the demon lord would give to them.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to cast Prestidigitation to make it look like there's smoke coming out of the statue. And then I'm going to cast light on myself so that it appears that there's light coming out of the emerald eyes.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to talk through the thing.
Okay.
Okay. Behold, it is I. What was his name?
I has no idea.
It is I, your lord. I will
Kyle
handle
right,
the
actually.
interlopers. Go outside and make sure that none stop our plans.
Okay. I will let you roll a deception check. I would have given you advantage if you wouldn't have had the long pause and didn't remember the thing. You were doing really good there.
Thanks. That would be 23.
23. Okay. You just hear kind of grunting. Oh. You hear footsteps kind of trailing off. You can hear them because they're loud thumps as these things are massive now.
Okay. I step back and I cast light on me again to turn it off.
Okay.
And then I go, the next time that we are hiding from like huge creatures that are trying to murder us, perhaps it's not the best to be like, oh, here's some cool shit, and start throwing it all over the room.
I just threw the shield because shields are bullshit.
It was very loud and things were trying to murder us.
Bro, you figured it out.
Remember
Good job.
the first rule of survival: don't die.
It's a good rule, and you did a great job following that rule just now. Thanks.
Yes, I think I got them to go away, but let's get what we need to and figure out how to get out of here, okay?
That sounds
Quietly.
great.
I pick up the shield and put it on my back because we don't know what it is yet.
I'm gonna stuff the cloak into my bag and then, or back into that bag, I guess.
Also,
Sling it
remember,
back over my
Bunny
shoulder.
Man, all the stuff we found, we share.
Well, this is mine, and this is mine, and this is mine. So I'm not sharing that.
At that point, Mordecai casts Flame Bolt just out of his hand. He doesn't cast it to shoot. He just casts it. And this is mine.
And then I grab a dagger out of the air and say, and this is mine.
And I grab Mordecai by the shoulder and go, and this is ours.
No one asked you, dead guy.
I'm gonna use my the mind link I have to Mordecai right now, and I guess Elrio can hear it too. But
Party chat.
I'm just gonna say, why do you keep calling him dead guy? He's standing right there.
I know. I like you so much more
Have
now.
I
He
not
doesn't
told you the
understand
story
I'm
yet?
not dead.
Although next time we make camp, I will tell you a story, and then you'll understand why he called him dead man.
Okay, he looks pretty alive. I'm gonna walk over to Elrio and start poking him.
I reach down and grab hold of his hand.
Yeah, he looks
And
pretty
go,
real.
Please
All
stop
right.
that.
Ella Rona, how do we get out of here?
Did anybody grab the chemicals off the table?
Yeah. I would before we leave.
I was going to say, if
Okay.
no one else had, Mordecai would, because he would like to have something special too.
She looks around and just starts walking down the tunnel here.
I'll follow her.
She puts her hand up against the wall. This looks like a good spot. Let me check something real quick.
She's walking us right to the archdruid.
It's nice having a valet to death.
She's walking us right to our death.
Right
She's
this
like-
way.
Please, everyone, take each other's hands. And she holds her hand out for Meridius.
I'll put my trident back on my back. And then I'll grab her hand.
All right. I would say Bless
I'll
is
grab-
gone at this point, by the way. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll
I
grab
grab hands.
Meridius's hand
okay.
and then hold my hand out for somebody to grab mine.
I'll grab Mordecai's hand, and while I grab his hand, I'm going to start having a conversation with him by tapping on his hand in Thieves' Cant, which he can't understand, I assume.
No, I would probably not.
Actually,
You could.
Actually,
That would
if
be
you start having a
amazing.
conversation where Mordecai can't understand it, he will cast detect comprehend languages.
That works with Thieves Cant too.
I don't think that works with Thieves Cant. It's a code, not a language.
Oh no, it's up to the DM.
Yeah.
That's
So
an
I don't know
interesting
that you would
concept.
know that it's what he's doing anyway.
Yeah.
It would just feel like this
I just
fluffy
think
little
that
thing
Bunnyman's
tapping your hand.
Mordecai thinks that Bunnyman's trying to get fresh.
Yep, it's true. Yeah. So everybody forms a
And he
train
doesn't stop
right
it.
here and links up, and you guys walk through the wall out into. She kind of
Certain
leads you back, farther away from where you guys came in, and you guys exit into the forest area there. As you come out, it's dark out here, and you're in the forest, so it's even darker with the canopy over you.
Mhm.
We should move away quietly. As she raises her hands and kind of just brings down like this and casts some type of spell over you. And everybody can roll a stealth check with a +10.
Start
That's what
walking
that
and mumbling to
is.
myself. Quietly's not something I do well. Hey! I have disadvantage on this, don't I?
Yeah, but
You
it's with a
do.
+10, so
Well,
I
plus
got a
10.
21.
I got a nat 20.
Nat 20.
I disappear from existence.
I got a 32.
Nice.
With a +10, I have 11.
Nice.
For those of you at
luckily-
home, that means it's a natural one, chat.
This
With
is a
advantage?
this is a group
Oh no, it
pass
was a +10
fail.
with a +10.
So
For those of you playing the home game, Sly just won a box of Rice-A-Roni.
Yes.
okay. So I rolled. I didn't get a nat one as well. So no crazy stuff happens. So
I rolled an 18 on the first one and then realized I had disadvantage.
You
It
guys
wasn't
take a
that
step, and a dinosaur appears.
purple worm comes out of the
AKA
ground.
dragon.
Initiative.
That's true.
All right, so you guys slip away into the forest, making your way away from the gnoll camp.
Thought we was making our way downtown.
So would we be heading kind of southwest back around to the wagon? Well, I
You
guess
would
southeast,
be-
actually.
You'd probably be heading just away from the mountain that you're at, and then making your way back around to the wagon, which will probably take a good 2 or 3 hours, probably making your way through that. You finally make it back to your wagon, and Alarona says, "We should still move away before you rest."
I agree.
As she kind of bends down and she turns into a wolf.
That is a cool trick.
Yeah, I like
The
that.
horses kind of move away from her. They're a little frightened, and she just kind of runs off in front of you. You guys follow,
Yes.
or
Yeah.
I guess we need to
Okay.
drive the wagon stealthily. What is the roll for the wagon stealth check?
you have to roll with the stealth of the horse.
Luckily, I paid for the special ninja horses.
Ah, nice.
So do we have to roll the stealth of the horse ×2 divided by the squeak of the wagon
Yeah.
Oh, too much math.
×4 at the square root of 8?
But we get
Yes.
to add 3 for every pillow on the wagon.
I bought a
D&D
lot of pillows.
It's so easy to play, guys.
That's
The
right.
math is
All you
super
have to
simple.
do is have a minor in geometry and a major in algebra.
It is While
No,
we're
you're
on
far
the-
enough away. You think that the gnolls won't be able to hear you guys moving away. There seems to be they're just a ruckus going on down there. There's just gnolls moving everywhere, and there's a lot of noise going on. So
I love a good ruckus.
ruckus.
While we're traveling on the wagon, would that be an ample amount of time to figure out what these items are?
You could probably put them onto the floor there and cast some. Or you're not casting a spell. You're just
I'm just trying to spend a little bit of time observing them and
You could.
figuring stuff out.
So the cloak is mantle of spell resistance. The potion appears to be a potion of resistance, and from the gold flakes, you're thinking it's probably radiant.
Okay.
The weapon is, of course, the dagger of certain death, and the shield is a +1 shield.
Cool.
The mantle spell resistance.
Yep, mantle spell resistance. So, as you guys are traveling off and getting to a safe distance away before you set up camp, we're going to take a real quick break, and then we'll come back and do. I'm sure there's some dialogue that needs to happen, so we'll do the camp scene there, is where we'll come back. So, we'll be back in just a few. So, as you guys make your way a safe distance away from the, here's some blue smoke for the stream. They have to have been good when we were doing the statue thing. As you guys make, you feel you've made it a safe distance away from the gnolls. You set up camp. As you're setting up camp and kind of some of your standing guard, you notice that a familiar looking wolf creeps out of the trees and emerges back into the druid Alarona. She walks over, and as you guys are making, I don't know, are you making a campfire, or are you just setting the bare necessities here?
I mean, how far away did we get from the gnolls?
What do you think would be a safe distance?
Gonna nuke it from orbit? That's, I mean, minimum safe distance is pretty far, so.
Well, how close are we to the grove from where we are right now?
You're, I think, 10 days away from the grove, or I may have to look at the map, but it is quite,
Okay.
It is quite a distance away.
I'd say that we probably would need a slight low fire due to the fact that some people in the party can't see.
Okay.
Have an illuminated book.
I'd say that we're off by now.
Yeah, probably
that
go.
works up.
So it's like one of those glow sticks.
He's just carrying that arrow around, kind of shaking it every once in a minute. It doesn't work anymore. Kai assumes that his proximity has pulled the magic out of it and caused it not to work anymore.
Guy's no longer just not magic; he's a magic vacuum.
That's right.
All right. So, Alarona goes over and sits down where you're building the small campfire.
Hello, Lorena. I guess a thank you's in order.
No need to thank me.
You
Only
made it a lot easier to get out of there than it was gonna be.
yes. I may have overstepped my bounds.
walks over and says, "Who made the wall that trapped me in there with all the gnolls?"
That was her.
That wasn't very nice.
She did it to save the rest of us.
I didn't know
But
you
I
were
was
there.
in there. I was in there. I ran in to fight because nobody else was fighting. People were throwing firebolts at people laying on the floor and things. I had to go in, and then I ran in, and there's a wall behind me. Luckily, I could still walk through walls. Not
Sorry,
quite sure how I did that.
I have that problem sometimes. I don't see smaller creatures, so I must have not seen you.
When she says smaller creatures, I pointed Indolon. I said, like him?
No,
Yes.
She saw him. She talked to him when she first got to the cave.
I'm fairly tall-ish.
Also, okay, just so you know, firebolts is how I fight.
I'm just using that as an example.
I mean, I do have my rusty dagger.
Somebody found a new dagger that apparently kills people instantly or something. I don't know. It has a very menacing name. You should try that.
He don't share.
It's better than rusty.
If anyone wants this dagger, actually, I kind of pull the dagger out of the air and go, I make my own. So,
See? He'll give you the dagger. Then you can give people like instant death and then tetanus, and then instant death and then tetanus.
I think this dagger just makes it so they can't heal. It
That's
doesn't
not
kill them.
what the name said.
Yeah, if he killed him right away, though, I wouldn't give it to him.
Well,
To be fair, though, I can shoot 2 firebolts at the same time. So I mean, I feel like
of course
you
can
look
shoot fire.
big picture.
Look, fire guy.
You can do other stuff besides fire.
You're
Kai,
supposed to make cookies, but you never do that.
Well,
Kai.
you know what? When we get somewhere with an oven, I will make cookies.
Fine. Said that before, but fine.
Everybody Mordecai, can you shoot this? It's fine. Mordecai, can you do this? It's fine. Mordecai, can you forget one time to make cookies? Oh, no world-ending consequences and doom.
I'm gonna walk over to Kai and take out the mantle of spell resistance and just say, listen, Kai, I know you don't necessarily love magic. You know, I kind of get that vibe from you. I don't know. Maybe I'm off. I haven't known you that long. But this cloak here, it makes it so spells are. It's a little bit harder for spells to affect you. Do you want it?
I'll look at her. See. Now I really will stop magic from working. I did stop the arrow from working. See, I'm cursed. It's a curse.
It's not a curse. It's like a good thing. Like if someone tries to control your mind or something, it makes it harder for them to do it.
That's for Baker if he's watching the stream. I don't know. I don't know if he's watching right now.
It's cursed.
It's cursed. So I'll take the cloak and I'll put it on. And
I have a question.
I'm going to sit there and consider having Mordecai cast Firebolt at me to see if it works.
So it doesn't. I don't think it makes it harder for them to hit you. It's just harder for things to affect you. It's advantage on saving throws against spells.
So Kai puts the cloak on, and then he sits. I'm sitting on a log or something. Maybe I'm sitting in the wagon, but I am staring at Mordecai intently because I'm considering having him cast Firebolt at me, just to see how it works. We've already had somebody shoot an arrow at my head, so we know this is the way Kai thinks.
That is true.
This is the way.
This is the way.
I have a question, Kai.
About cookies?
You tend to run in and punch people over and over again. Would it not be good for you to have the dagger and the rusty dagger? And you could do the instant death, tetanus, instant death, over and over.
Nobody gets the rusty dagger.
I pull out my short sword and I say, they made this for me at the monastery, and they told me to always keep it with me. So I stab with this, and then I punch you twice in the face. I don't think I could punch you twice if I stabbed and then had a dagger. It wouldn't. Maybe I could stab and then stab and then kick, but that's awkward. That just doesn't. It I would rather just have the sword and then do the one stab and then do the punch and the kick and then jump like 50 feet away and then do it again.
If you had to do that, could you stab, kick?
I can't keep myself in the air that long. No.
And you tape the dagger to your foot. That way you like stab,
Ooh.
punch, kick, stab.
What's
So-
tape?
Yeah.
Step, kickball, change.
So Kai will spend the rest of the evening.
You
trying to
guys don't
figure
have
out
tape?
trying to figure out he's Kai wonders. We have bales of hay in the wagon, so Kai goes and he cuts some twine off of one of the bales of hay, and he attempts to tie the dagger to the bottom of his bare foot because he doesn't wear shoes, so he's a monk. So the rest of the evening, Kai will sit by the fire and attempt.
Wait, if Kai doesn't wear shoes, what heels is he tapping together to go fast?
Oh wait, no, I do have the boots on. Right. So I could have disadvantage on move because I've never worn shoes before. But so the rest of the evening he's trying to affix the dagger to the bottom of it with no success, of course, no chance of it working. But it will occupy Kai for the rest of the evening.
He gets it attached one time and does like a kick with it, and it flies off from the boot.
Have to go find it out in the grass somewhere.
Stabs into a tree. I'm just imagining Keltesh is out there, going to the bathroom and just a dagger in the tree.
Dagger whizzes by his head. Here, Kai. Sorry about that.
This is dangerous.
Yeah, that dagger kills people instantly. Be careful with that.
Really loosens the old bowels when you have a dagger coming at you.
He peed a little. It's okay.
Oh. All right, so back at the camp.
I don't know if anybody watching enjoys this as much as me and Gladys do.
I love it so.
Oh God.
All right. Meanwhile,
Sorry,
back at
Michael.
the camp.
We'll stop it now.
Alarona's just sitting by the campfire still,
Wondering what the hell she's got herself into.
looking around.
How did I end up with the special needs adventuring group?
You know what? These guys are not actually heroes.
True. Perfect title. So, Meridius, are you nearby?
Oh yeah, I'm sitting down pretty much right across the fire from her.
She says, if you're sure you saw what you say that you saw, you have a big decision to make.
Yeah, not exactly sure the best way to call out an archdruid on what I assume he was doing in an encampment full of 1,000 gnolls.
Well, there's been a fracture in our brotherhood for some time. You must have seen it. Lysandro is very resistant to the Archdruid. So I don't think that you would have to confront the Archdruid if that is what you want to do. If you took your evidence to Lysandro, then the other druids would probably side with him against the Archdruid. But if you take your evidence to the Archdruid and side with him, then Lysandra would most likely stand alone.
Well, from what it appeared when we investigated the statue and then of course got on the other side, what Mordecai ended up doing with the gnolls, it's speculation because we didn't actually see this transpire, but it appears the Archdruid is manipulating these gnolls.
It would appear that way, but as I've said before, it's not the strangest thing I've seen him do. And he always has purpose. It's always for the balance.
But I thought that y'all weren't supposed to truly be influencing the balance one way or the other, just upholding it.
There are forces that act against the balance. We are there to correct it back to the center.
It just doesn't appear that manipulation of forces, whether they be good or bad, is the correct path of keeping a balance.
That is one's view, yes. I've seen much to make me think that that could be the right view.
I mean, I could understand if the balance was in sway one way or the other and you were talking with a group and getting them to side one way or the other, but pretending to be their deity, that seems more like he's picking a side more so than trying to maintain a balance.
If you spoke with him, he would most likely have an explanation. Whether you believe him or not. I've never known him to lie. We have lived
What's
a long
caused-
time, Meridius. I have seen many things worse than this. I will not speak of these things. This is why this is not strange to me.
What's causing this area to seem like has such a evil or demonic influence?
I do not understand. This area does not have a demonic influence. None more than a divine influence.
Then what would cause 1,000 gnolls to congregate in one area when they're a nomadic species?
It is speculative, but one would assume that they were there worshipping that statue, being influenced for some purpose. what purpose, I do not know.
Is there any other temples or evil deity sites, statues, or anything in this area that
There are.
we might potentially find them at also?
Gnolls? No.
Well, any type of evil gathering in this type of mass.
There was an evil a long time ago. An evil even too powerful for the archdruid. And in that time, the only option we had was to slumber and hope that some greater power would deal with the evil to bring it back into somewhere close to the balance.
And that evil originated around here?
Didn't originate here, but it did dwell here.
Did it have a temple of worship? Or?
It did. I was not one of the ones that went to investigate it. It was somewhere to the south. And when they returned, the archdruid put us all in the slumber. We slept for ages. And when we awoke, the evil was gone. Or diminished. It is hard to say.
Was the evil ever named?
It was called the Elder Eye.
And it was something that even the archdruid feared.
Yes. There are powers even greater than him in this world, and many beyond.
I'm aware. I've gotten to see such evils. Are druids still alive that investigated the temples, or the temple of the elder?
Yes. 2 of the 5 that went. The archdruid himself and Lysandro.
So maybe that's why there's such a rift between the two.
Possibly. It is unknown what truly happened. So what will you do? And any of you, I mean, you can be around, can speak. I mean, it's not a private conversation, so.
Well,
I was just listening.
Yeah,
as
I'm just hearing all
far
this
as-
for like the first time, so I'm just.
As far as the information gathered on the archdruid being involved with the gnolls, that truly doesn't concern us as a whole. That being said, we were threatened by the Archdruid. I'd rather myself and my team not have to worry about being attacked by your people for something that we haven't done, just because the Archdruid feels like we're violating some balance of his. If we were looking for the Elder Eye to neutralize it or stop it, would that be in violation of the balance?
I do not know. It doesn't seem to be affecting the balance. Currently, I would say no.
It just seems odd. If the Archdruid is afraid of it, to make y'all slumber until something made it go away. And then y'all are awakened now, but it's not causing a problem.
Yes. Something must have dealt with it.
Or maybe it's laying in wait
It's possible.
until the right moment.
Do you command some great power to oppose this?
That all is in a matter of perspective, I guess. We were
Interesting.
tasked to try to find it, to try to make it dormant. Which now strikes me as slightly odd that if it's not causing the balance as an issue for the druids in this area, then why would the person that sent us on this task have knowledge of it and want it neutralized?
Maybe they fear what will happen in the future. It is not currently a threat, but maybe it will be. As it once was.
Well, then by that token, is that considered tampering with the balance by y'all's rules if we preemptively try to stop something before it happens?
The balance is only in the present, so I would not think that doing something that affects the future would affect the balance now. If the Elder Eye were to become powerful again, reemerge, that would affect the balance. So you dealing with it would probably be more keeping the balance.
There's a reason I didn't bring that up to your Archdruid. I don't trust him.
Yes. He is terrifying with the power he wields.
Oh, I'm not scared of him. I don't trust him. I don't trust him because he literally just met us and felt the need to threaten our lives over something that we hadn't even done. So either he feels that with his power that he can bully and try to manipulate people, or his lack of unknowing what is coming or why we're here worries him enough that he feels that in trying to intimidate us will sway us from our path. In either regard, I don't trust him.
That is
And
your
then I
right.
saw him at the cave, which further leads me not to trust him.
DM, while we're having this very serious conversation here, can I want to be like sitting back, a ways, just like up on like a low branch of a tree, and can I make a sleight of hand check to see if I can have just been throwing ball bearings at the back of Mordecai's head this whole time without him noticing?
Sure.
Just like intermittently every now and again.
Yep.
A ball bearing. Like,
I have a bag of 1,000 of them, so.
He's trying to pull a Bennett.
but I'm like, if you hit
with a, yeah, but Bennett gets banged by a rock. He doesn't know where it comes from.
That's a 20.
A 20?
Yeah.
So, roll a perception check with disadvantage.
As it happens, I have a ball bearing here for scale.
Oh, goodness.
I don't think mine are quite that big, but maybe, if I have 1,000 of those.
I'm just kidding. Ball bearings come in all of those things. But that is
I want one of the ones from like the industrial machines that are like this big.
With disadvantage, that's a 12.
12. Okay.
These bugs.
Yeah, just oh.
wait, what was his sleight of hand?
20.
Can my passive perception just be sitting here laughing at him since I have a 21?
Yeah, I mean, you would probably you at first you would pick up something going on, right? You didn't know, you just kind of catch something, and then you're paying attention, and then at that point, the next time he does it, you probably see exactly what's going on.
I'm just sitting here chuckling under my breath.
Alarona continues, I will not try to manipulate you in favor of siding with the Archdruid or against him. That is your choice. I do not know the right path, but I do see that our group is fracturing. And if not your information, then some other information or event will cause it to fracture in two.
Well, from what I could tell, as we were leaving, there definitely are a few that are already sided with Lysandra. And there are a few that will wholeheartedly fight on the side of the Archdruid without question.
Yes.
I would rather us not have to fight any of you, because none of you are what we came here as our quest and mission to accomplish.
I don't know that you would have to fight. Or you could take this information and leave. But if you tell either side, I'm sure they would not involve you. To be stuck in between a fight between Lysandro and Amanon. Most mortals could not.
We can't leave.
She just kind of
Where,
looks down.
Where was this temple said to be?
To the south is all I know.
Also, what was the archdruid's name again?
No, no.
He said, "You have clan."
No, no.
The reason that we can't leave is because the mission that we've been set on requires information that Lysandro has offered to give us after returning with information about the gnoll encampment. We have that information. I need Lysandro's information. Once we have that information, we will set out. Like I said, that I have no intention on being in part of any part of y'all's little civil rivalry that y'all have going on within your druidic circle.
I understand. Well, I guess your decision is made then. Like I said, I will not try to manipulate you. I was just curious. She stands and says, "If you have no further need of myself, I will excuse myself." She steps back over the log she was sitting on.
Again, thank you for your assistance.
Roll another sleight of hand. And a perception check. No, you don't have to do it with disadvantage this time.
Not as good. That's only a 15.
18.
Oh.
This time you turn around as it kind of hits you in the side and you see him with his hand up.
I tried to catch that bug. They're fast. I'm trying to get him for you.
It's no bug. What are you throwing these at me, bunny man?
At this time, Elril falls backwards laughing.
I do not like this at all.
Alarna says, "I will leave you to your games." As she turns into a wolf, looks back, and then just bolts into the woods.
At this, Mordecai will cast Prestidigitation onto Bunny Man,
Okay.
where he just smells like basically Mordecai makes him smell like a septic tank.
Oh,
I'm gonna use my glamored studded armor to make my armor look exactly like Mordecai's armor, and
Mordecai's not wearing armor.
or whatever. I'm gonna make it look like whatever your clothes are. I can make my armor look like anything, so it's just gonna look exactly like what you're wearing. I'm gonna smell and be like, "Oh, you need to wash your stuff."
I say,
My stuff. I am wearing my stuff.
As she shapeshifts and Meridius is seeing this in his brain, in his mind, he says, "Please take me with you."
Oh.
"No such love."
All right. So, unless there's anything else you guys want to discuss internally,
I would like just 2 long rests, please.
Okay. So you guys lay down for a long rest.
Yep. I'm gonna change my armor to look like what it's going to normally look like moving forward now, which is just a like a black tattered cloak with the hood pulled up over me.
All right. So you guys bed down for the evening. Set up different watches. There's no disturbance through the evening, except for Keltash. As you're sleeping, it's like you wake up, but you're not really awake, and you're just standing. You just set up, and there's like no one around you. And the fire's just crackling behind you a little bit, and you see in the tree line just darkness, and then these eyes emerge. And then several other eyes around it. And then out of the darkness, you hear a familiar voice. You still don't quite understand the language that it's speaking, but it's like almost some words start to come through, like you're starting to pick up on some things.
All around you. Sandai joy. Trust no one.
And it kind of just stares at you.
Like immobilized or anything?
So you can do whatever you want to do. What you can try to do whatever.
I would like to shoot at it.
Okay. So you pick up your crossbow and just roll an attack.
Okay. There.
Was it in roll 20? I didn't see.
Yeah, 14.
Oh, sorry. 14. Okay, that is a miss. It just flies into the darkness, and you see the eyes just start to close and go back into the darkness. It's almost like the darkness starts to push in around you as you fall back asleep. And then all of a sudden you wake up and it's daylight.
I immediately scramble for.
So as you wake up, you're holding your crossbow.
Oh God! Did I just shoot somebody?
Let's say who's on watch at this time?
The rabbit is laying in a pit with the arrow. in his chest.
Let's roll for it. So you got 5 other people. Let's everybody roll a d20. The highest 2 will be the ones on watch.
Oh God!
Ooh, a 4.
19.
Nat 20.
20. Mordecai.
I also got a 19.
Ooh.
18 for me.
So we got to roll off on the 19s. So just roll again there.
16.
That was a 13.
Okay. So El Real and Mordecai just on their watch. You hear a bolt. And before you can even turn around to see that it came from Keltash is already laying back down.
What was that?
I thought, did you hear that too?
It sounded like somebody is shooting at us.
Does anybody have an armor class less than 14 or less?
And yet you stand there.
Mordecai,
No.
is no
I'm 15.
15. Okay, so you didn't hit anybody. You didn't even have a chance to hit anybody, but
It sounded like somebody's shooting at us.
I wonder if Bunny Man is throwing more of those balls.
No, Bunnyman's right there. He's sleeping. He's really
Nice.
he's curled up into a ball where his nose is next to his ass. Why does he sleep like that?
I don't know. That is very weird. Why would you want to smell your ass when you're asleep?
I don't. What are we talking about?
I don't know.
I don't. Bunnyman is very strange.
The bugs around here are horrible.
Yeah, the giant metal ones. Yeah, those are bad.
Be happy to get out of this place.
Is this morning time? Were we the last watch?
yeah, you were the last watch, and so everybody's getting up. Keltash, you're holding the crossbow as you wake up.
I am going to get up and make breakfast.
Put it down.
As I walk around, do I notice Keltash holding his crossbow while he's asleep?
Looking very puzzled.
Well, I mean, he wakes up around the time you're going over, but he is holding it as he's kind of sitting there still. But
Keltash, are you that worried when you sleep that you go to sleep armed?
Well, you see, it's not loaded. It's just.
Oh, well, that is good because I would hate to be shot at while you're sleeping.
It's just so no one takes it.
Am I close enough to hear this conversation?
yeah,
Shot at. That's what we were talking about before the bunny man with the smelling his ass. It sounded like somebody was shooting at us.
Well,
Why didn't you raise the alarm? Are we under attack?
I don't. Well, we were.
they never shot again.
Yeah, we heard one shot, and then we started looking around, and the bunny man sleeps with his nose in his ass.
I'm gonna look at them and say, I don't think these two should be allowed to take watch anymore.
Agreed. Agreed. Delirium is dangerous. Breakfast time, and I'm going to rummage for my victuals.
Mordecai starts cooking breakfast and is at least like, at least I don't smell my own gas while I sleep.
It's canon. You can't stop it now.
That's right, it's canon.
I curl up like an adorable little ball. I'm fine with that. I'm cute as fuck.
Boy,
All right. So you guys get ready for the day and head out. It is 10 days of travel all the way back to where the grove was. So we can skip ahead as nothing of an eventful nature happens during this trip.
Can I keep my eyes out for any like old ruined castles that look like they might have black magical gems in chests?
Sure. Yeah.
can
I
I
always
start-
encourage that.
since I have this alchemy kit here,
Uh-huh.
can I start looking for herbs and stuff?
If you'd like to. I don't know if you know what you're looking for, but
I have a high. The only prerequisite is a wisdom of like 13, and I have like a 20.
right. But you have to kind of make sense of it, like you're in a town and somebody kind of gives you a book or something. Or you could just start
Oh.
taste testing things. I mean, you could totally do that.
Yeah, do that.
I rolled a 18 perception. If there's
I
any,
found this mushroom. An 18.
Do I find any
anything
mushrooms?
exciting off the beaten path.
No, I mean this area here is mostly just it's pretty flat with just some slight rolling hills, and there's just like nothing. There's like patches of forest here and there, but literally like you don't see much of anything besides like some random wild animals every now and then. there is chances of gnoll attacks, but it seems like they are preoccupied at the moment. So this land seems to be kind of safe at the moment, at least over in this part of it. But no castles. What were you saying, Kyle?
Oh, nothing. I'll wait till
Okay.
go in and get a book of some sort.
Okay. Anything else on the journey that you guys want to discuss, or?
While we're traveling, I want to just kind of walk over next to Kai or go over next to Kai. We don't have horses. Do we have horses? Or is it a wagon?
You're on a wagon. Yeah.
All right. Why don't I just lean over to Kai and say, so why is it that you don't like magic?
Oh, I love magic. It's just I don't have any. And then everybody I wonder by has magic. And you have magic daggers you pull out of your furry butt and throw at people. And then I point at Mordecai and say, he throws fireballs out of his hands. And then I point at Sly's character and I say, he dies and comes back to life. And
yeah, we're going to circle back to that one. And I point at Mordecai and I say, he might throw fireballs out of his hands, but, and I point at you and say, you are very strong. I've seen you punch people. You punched people's faces in. And I point back at Mordecai. I say, he looks very frail. I mean, the fireballs are probably because he couldn't punch anything. He probably couldn't punch his way out of a paper bag. I mean, I don't even think you would get put in the paper bag in the first place. You would punch it before it even got to you.
That is not nice.
I'm not strong. I'm wiry.
Wiry.
I'm wiry. Yes.
Also, just so you know, Mordecai has a strength of 13.
Mordecai might actually be
He might
stronger
be
than
stronger
Kai.
than he's the same strength as me. Yeah.
Listen, I'm just saying, I think if he punched someone, it wouldn't hurt nearly as much as if you punched someone.
I do punch people more than he does. He tends to stand behind the people who are doing the punching, and then he throws the fireballs and occasionally runs up and stabs him with the tetanus dagger.
Yeah, see here.
That is true.
Can we do a test real fast?
I don't want him to throw a fire. I don't trust the cloak that much.
No,
I'd
not
do that.
Now the cloak. I think that you're stronger, but you don't seem convinced. Here, what if I try to punch both of you and we see who gets hurt more?
I know, but you're a bunny. I don't want to punch bunnies. That's
No,
not nice.
I'll punch you, and then you see who
I
it
really
hurts
don't want
more.
to be punched by a bunny. That's even worse than punching a bunny. I don't like any of this.
All right, fine. You can punch me. That's fine. Punch me.
You ever had your ass kicked by a
punch me.
bunny?
I don't want to punch the bunny.
I reach up and I slap him.
Mordecai looks at Kai and goes, I want to punch the bunny.
Make a unarmed attack there, bunny.
Yes. Oh yeah, that is a big 11.
Can I
11.
get in on the punching bunny?
Kai just kind of bends back as you slap at him.
How tall is
I am not tall at all. I am. Let me tell you. I'm 3 feet tall.
okay? So I would take my hand and just place it right on your forehead and just kind of push you away. Stop it! Stop it!
As you push me away, I'm gonna spin around and just try to backhand Mordecai.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's a 10.
A 10. Mordecai catches your hand.
At this point, then Mordecai is going to try to punch the bunny.
Yes.
Okay. Meridius, are you driving the wagon?
I am.
Can
However,
you
I
can you
do
threaten to
have a
turn the
question.
wagon around, please?
I do have a question before I do that.
Yes.
Can I use the orb of sending while driving the wagon?
Sure. You want to talk on the orb while driving? I'm sure that's illegal
This
in
is-
some
yeah,
places,
hang on.
but
Is that hands free?
All right, chat, don't do this in real life.
yeah, you can.
So while they're back there scuffling around and horseplaying, I'm just gonna grab the reins and pull real hard to get the wagon to abruptly just stop and sling them all forward.
All right, everyone roll a dexterity saving throw.
I have to be in the wagon.
You're in the wagon.
You're in
Yeah,
the wagon.
Well, I was gonna
Unless
say,
you're walking.
well, no, I guess we left Keltash's horse at the town because he did buy a horse. He just wasn't with us when we left.
Right.
I rolled a
21.
24.
I rolled a
Okay.
12.
Look in D&D
12.
Beyond and see what the monk rolled.
A 7.
I
But it's a natural 1.
I
Oh,
rolled
no.
better than the monk.
Oh no, you rolled a.
I got an 8.
I was so distracted from the bunny trying to assault me that I wasn't balancing myself very
Okay.
well.
Keltash
Also, we
falls
never
over in the
did
wagon.
say, did Mordecai punch the bunny?
Oh yeah.
Well, yeah, you can roll your attack while this is happening as well. Keltash falls over in the wagon. Kai flies out of the wagon.
Over top of Meridian.
And lands
and Mordecai-
on the butt of a horse.
Yep. What's your attack there?
Oh,
9.
man.
No.
This is the horriblest slap fight.
This
Yeah.
I rolled an 8. Please tell me how my 7-foot something
Oh, an
giant
8?
armored ass flew through everybody that's trying to slap fight to get
So
to the front of the wagon.
yeah, so you go flying. You land on the seat next to Meridian. It's just kind of upside down in the seat as you go through everybody, knocking
But when you
Mordecai's
look up at
punch out of the way.
You have to say, "Oh yeah."
I turned back around and go, I hit more of you than y'all hit each other, and I wasn't even trying.
I blame the flying dead guy on me not hitting the bunny.
I'm not fucking dead.
At that, I want to turn to Mordecai
When he
and say,
drops
"Yeah,
the-
you
when
did
he
tell me
drops
you'd tell
the
me that."
F-bomb, Kai is going to go, isn't he like an angel or something? He shouldn't be talking like that.
Okay.
From the
to say
horse
that
in
word.
front.
All you see is Kai's hand come up. Hand point.
Hey, you guys!
And somewhere under the wagon, a voice comes. Shouldn't be talking like that.
Do you
That's not
really
nice.
think that the gods care what kind of language you use amongst each other?
Well, you've been dead. You probably could ask him while you were there.
That's true. Maybe he got a pass while he was dead.
That's it. I like that. Yes. Do I get a pass too?
Oh, maybe. Maybe
Sure.
if you die and come back, they'll give you a pass.
I'll ask. If I die, I'll ask when I
You,
come
there you
back.
go.
you don't even have to ask. This is coming from the champion of Denier and Helm and Shantae and the other god that you added that I can't think of.
Shantae.
Shantae. Work.
You,
The other god, RuPaul.
Kai, you.
I grew up in the monastery. When we said bad words, they smacked our hands with sticks.
Yes, but you are on a special mission from Denier himself. He gives you a pass to say whatever you want.
I think
Ooh, if we're on a special mission from God, we have to dress all in black and wear sunglasses.
Right.
what are sunglasses?
I'm gonna jump. I want to jump off the wagon and grab Is there a stick like along the side of the?
Roll a perception check.
All right. That's 15.
Yep.
All
A
right.
monk laying under the wagon too.
I'm gonna pick up the stick and I'm gonna go give it to Kai and I say, "Here, you can use this one."
To hit myself?
No, to hit him. He's the one that swore.
He's very
I'm just trying to start a
large.
fight.
I don't want to hit him. I don't really like hitting anyone, to be completely honest.
I turn and
noticed.
look at both of them as he points at me, and I just click the sunblade on, and then click it back off.
I grab a dagger
I just lay
and
the
then
stick
let it
down.
dissipate.
I just lay the stick down quietly and get back in the wagon.
I'm gonna turn to.
I lean over to Clan and I say, the bunny's kind of violent. I don't know
He is more violent than one would expect from a bunny man. Yes.
I always thought bunnies would be nice. We had bunnies, and they
I
didn't
think they just have violent
touch people.
tendencies.
Mr. Bunny, if you want to fight, I will fight you.
I don't want to fight. I was just trying to prove a point that I think Kai is stronger than this
Mordecai.
Mordecai. Yeah, that's
Yes.
Kai cannot be
Mordecai.
stronger than Mordecai. There is more to Kai than he knows.
Meridius and Keltash, roll the perception check as you guys are hanging out here.
Roll to see how much IQ you lose from hearing the conversation.
Exactly. I'm rolling to see if Mordecai went cross-eyed from that last
4.
exchange.
A 4. Nice.
18.
18. Okay. Well, Keltash fell down, so that explains why he couldn't see. Meridius, as you're sitting there, questioning the choices you've made in life,
As one would.
you look off to the side and there's a large, like, elk just standing there staring at you guys.
That's awkward.
It's awkward.
I will.
It's about
I
like
see the elk.
60 plus feet away from you. No, you guys are in the midst of slap fight.
Does the elk look more curious than a regular wild animal would look at what's going on?
It is definitely odd that it's just kind of standing there watching this slap fight happen and not just running away.
Well, then, just out of sheer curiosity, I'm going to look at it and go, "Can I help you?"
It starts walking towards you, and as it does, it transforms into the archdruid. I can't even say it now. You guys have
Phenomenon.
messed my head up.
The Archdruid Menominum.
Phenomenon. And he brings down the fury of nature upon you for making fun of his name.
You hear giant wings flapping overhead.
As he approaches closer, he says, "It is odd that you are still here. It's been almost 20 days since I saw you last. Are you returning from wherever you were searching out this evil?"
We are still searching. We're just traversing to another location. The area
Understood.
that we went to was nothing was there that we were looking for.
Trying to consider if that is actual deception or just twisting the words.
What we were looking for wasn't there.
It's true. So just make a persuasion check. I'll even give you advantage because you did a very good job of twisting those words around. So.
Okay, so 22? 17
22?
plus 5?
All right. Understood. So you found nothing of interest. Are you returning to where you came, or are you leaving through the south?
Well, we're heading back the way we came to start with, and then probably we'll contact the guild and apprise them of the situation. and see where we go from there.
Understood. I have much to take care of, so safe travels to you. Hope you find what you're looking for.
Thank you.
He turns around and he turns into a bird and just flies off.
Did we hear any of that exchange during our slap fight?
Yep, I'd say the slap fight stopped and you guys kind of just watched that happen.
All right.
When everything, like he turns into a bird and flies away, and we all have this moment of calm, and then all of a sudden my hand pops out, and swings at the rabbit.
I was waiting for it.
All right, make an attack.
I was waiting for it.
Unarmed strike.
Wait, who's he hitting?
The rabbit.
Oh, okay, good.
18.
Oh,
18's gonna hit probably.
4 damage.
I'm gonna take it and go. Oh,
At this point, Kai,
maybe you're the strong one.
Kai says, he slapped the shit, and then he goes, out of that rabbit.
When I hear Kai say shit, I just stop and I point at him.
I jump down off the wagon, find the stick, smack myself on the hand, and get back in the wagon.
Now that's some slapstick comedy right there.
The dad puns are just strong tonight.
They're allowed. It's Father's
It
Day.
is Father's Day.
So, who all's on the wagon right now?
Yeah, I guess all of us.
Everybody
back on.
but the bunny and the.
No, I've been on the wagon the whole time. I jumped off just to give Kai the stick, and I got back on.
And Kai may have climbed back on at this point.
Yeah.
Well, no, Kai climbed on after he, he
After I
dropped
fell
the
off
stick.
the wagon,
Yeah.
I'm back on the wagon.
Yeah.
I fell off and did not.
Oh, you didn't
So-
fall off. You just fell down into the wagon. So.
It's like Keltash is about 80 feet back.
I was.
No, I haven't started back up yet.
No.
I was just making sure everybody was on. So it appears that we're being monitored by at least half of the circle. We've seen 5 of them since we departed the grove.
Diz.
Why are they keeping tabs on us?
If
That's a good question.
if one were per se to cast something like detect magic,
Mhm.
would that also be able to detect like a scrying field on them?
Possibly.
I know like they use see invisibility on other things on like critical role stuff to do it sometimes, but I don't.
So there's other magics that can be placed on people, objects that can track
Mhm.
them.
Yeah.
Scribing is something that just kind of happens and then goes away. It wouldn't be persistent. So
Yeah.
I mean, you probably could detect that it's happening, but
If
it would
were
be
at
a
that
shot.
moment.
It'd be a shot in the dark. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll go ahead and I'm gonna cast detect magic.
Okay. I don't remember what that other magic was. Okay, so you cast it.
And then just kind of look around.
I mean, you see the normal stuff that you expect from the weapons and armor and different various things. but you don't see anything that's just out of the ordinary that you would think was used for tracking.
They don't have anything on us right now that I can think of or see, but it's quite possible. Those things happen in windows and in shorter bursts. It's quite possible that they've been listening in on quite a few of our conversations.
I'm trying to think if there's any of you that would kind of have an ideal about druids and the way that they use magic. I know as players you do, but I don't know as the characters. I don't know if any of them would have.
Could I consult my trident
You could?
from the backstory of the first one?
Could. I would have to go look at that one real quick. What were you saying, Josh? Kai would not?
Yeah, I can't imagine that Kai would.
While you're consulting that, I want to start a mind link with
Okay.
Kai and Keltash. It lasts for 3 hours. And I'll just say, man, is he always so serious?
So, once again, Kai, not fully understanding how stuff like this works, will answer out loud and say, very straight. Don't touch the trident. Bad things happen if you touch the trident.
Hi, Brenda.
Oh, yeah, sorry. And then Kai continues to talk out loud. So just don't touch the trident. Bad things happen.
I'll turn to Meridius and say,
I've been eyeballing you as soon as he says don't touch the trident. Just so
Hey.
you know.
Kai said he wants to touch a trident.
Kai knows better.
Doesn't sound like it. Did you see him with that button?
So, Meridius, maybe there's a slight possibility. I would let you roll. Just roll an Arcana check, but roll it with disadvantage, just to see if you would have any idea how they use magic.
Okay. So, 16.
16.
One
So
was a
from
17
that-
and one was a 19, but I had -1.
Okay. So with that, you know that they transform into animals. So you might suspect that they have a relationship with not only nature but the animals that live in nature. So
Well,
maybe
I want
that's
to play this out a little bit since they've never seen me do this.
okay.
So
All
I'm
right.
going to grab my trident off my back.
Okay.
I'm going to take it into both hands. And it's going to start to glow. Now, they've seen the glow, but my eyes start to glow the same color.
Mhm.
And then I just go off into a trance as I'm talking to my ancestors, but I'm not saying a word. And then after I get the information, I come back to it, and the trident glow fades. And I take a deep breath because I haven't really been breathing the whole time. It's like I took in a big breath and just kind of held it. And then I put my trident back on my back. Well, but that's all I really know, right? It's like they just kind of could been eavesdropping on us with animals.
Yeah, possibly maybe they have a relationship with nature where they could kind of know what animals might see or hear, or that's what you would suspect, at least,
Right. I mean, because
you don't know for sure.
I have the ability to that speak with aquatic
Fish.
animals.
Yeah. Which makes sense, right? So you might think that they could speak with terrestrial animals.
So they may be not necessarily tracking us, but keeping tabs on us by animals or that are passing past, birds or some of the wildlife. As y'all see, the wildlife may even be them.
As he says this, I'm gonna look around. Do I see any birds or squirrels or anything around?
Roll a perception check.
That's a 5.
A 5?
He sees himself.
You just stagger backwards. You're just looking up in the air and you don't see anything. Is anybody else looking around?
I would. I don't know if I'd be looking right now just because I don't want to jump in on him. But I think
Yeah.
I'd be watching as we travel to see if there's any wildlife that seems to be kind of paying more attention to us or even following us. Like, maybe he's got a scout that's just constantly on us.
So
As
roll-
we're traveling, I want to
Roll a
look
perception.
as
With
we continue.
advantage, because Sentinel Shield.
I'm looking for any squirrels, chipmunks, birds, anything. If I see anything, I'm throwing a dagger at it.
Natural 20?
Natural 20. Well, natural 20 and a 5, but with advantage, natural 20. I'll take that one.
You see all of the animals around you.
There's
You
fucking
feel
animals everywhere.
as if you're surrounded by nature.
It's almost like we're outside. There's so many animals watching us.
Could be anything. I mean, there's birds flying overhead. Another bird flies by. You swear that is the same bird that just flew by.
It's that one. He's flown by like 4 times now. It's got to be him.
Do I see the one he's pointing at?
Yep.
I throw a dagger at it.
Okay. You can roll an attack with disadvantage. 'Cause I'm pretty sure it's well out of your range.
That is a 17 with disadvantage.
17. Well, you hit the bird. Just feathers fly in the
Have you
air.
ever seen the fastball pitch that made contact with the bird?
Looks like
Yes.
that. Yep.
Fantastic. Just rend its mind.
Perfect. Oh, well, that one looks just like that.
I throw a dagger at it.
There's a lot of birds that look alike out here, man. It could be.
I'm just sitting in the cart, just chucking daggers in the air.
All right. So you guys make your way closer to the grove, leaving a trail of bird carcasses. Maybe a few squirrels.
Every now and again, I jump off and I grab one of the carcasses and jump back on and
You can
start
stop,
plucking
you can
it for
stop
dinner.
hitting. You can
What
stop
do you
hitting them.
know?
Who
If
do
you're
you
not-
work for?
If he's not jumping off every time, he's leaving a lot of daggers.
No,
Well,
he
you're
has
psychic ways.
magic.
He's got those spectral daggers. Yep.
No, Diz, you gotta make him jump off to get the dagger. Don't leave him.
I have. Hey, I'm pretty sure that with my hop, and my dash, I'm faster than this cart.
He might be actually.
I can go if I have my full hop and my dash and my action, I can go 105 feet around.
So you were within like a day's travel of the grove at the point where you ran across the archdruid. Another day goes past, and you're closing in upon the grove. As you approach the grove, you see Lysandro just sitting out next to the trees. Looks like he's just sitting there with a knife, just kind of whittling away at something. You approach him? Park the wagon, or
Close enough. Yeah,
okay.
when we get close
Yeah.
enough, I'll stop the wagon.
Stop the wagon. Do you dismount and go over to him, or
Yeah, I'll walk over to him. I was just waiting until we got up there.
He stands and walks over. It's good to see that all of you are still here.
Well,
Looks like you've picked up another.
we have. It also appears that y'all are keeping tabs on us.
I hold up the carcasses of the birds. We're on to you.
Well, I trust you, and I have not been watching you.
Well, the reason I say that is we went to the area that you mentioned about the gnolls.
He leans in, yes.
There's about 1,000 gnolls there. A little less than there was when we first arrived.
Yeah. That's what I was afraid of. When I was there was only maybe 100.
When we arrived, we saw an interesting, familiar face
Did you?
come out of the mound in the middle of the encampment.
Yes.
Your arch druid.
I knew it. What is this play,
So
though?
we went in the same way he came out.
Uh-huh.
We encountered gnolls. We fought, killed them, as many as we could. They sounded an alarm. We went to leave.
What about the larger ones? Were they there too?
Well, they became larger while we were fighting them. They drank a potion and became larger.
Interesting.
Alarona was there.
She was.
Apparently, she followed us.
Huh.
She walled them off after we investigated the cave. We found a statue of a gnoll demon lord named gnolls.
Yes.
The odd thing about the statue is it wasn't your normal statue that you would pray to. The statue could be manipulated.
I manipulated the statue.
Yes, you did. We found a button on the side of it and opened it up and went inside this little chamber. It appears, this is speculation because we did not see this, but it appears that somebody is manipulating the gnolls for a purpose.
And I think we know who that
Pretending to be
is.
This demon lord. Like I said, it's speculation because we did not lay eyes upon him in the act, but he was there, and this statue is able to be influenced.
He goes too far. In search of this balance, he's willing to empower evil creatures. What good does that do?
I'm not seeing how this. I'm not seeing how this is keeping balance when you're manipulating a side.
Exactly. It doesn't make sense what he does. And it's not the first time he's done this.
The way he talked when we met, all of you in the grove, he made it seem like if good outweighs evil, then good gets put in check. If evil outweighs good, evil gets put in check. by y'all on how he was making it sound. But what he seems to be doing here is forming an army for something.
Exactly. It is known that I have opposed him for some time for these actions, but maybe that is why he's gathering his army to deal with those that would side with me. Do you have the chemicals or any evidence?
I'll turn and look at Elreal at that point.
Sorry, Elreal's not here at the moment, but took the potions from the table.
Can I have them?
Sure. Hands the potions over.
With this,
Good Elreal.
the other
Thanks.
druids will side with me. We can deal with this problem before it becomes worse. Now, I guess you expect payment. So, what you're looking for? This ancient evil. You're looking for the temple where it resides. I've seen the temple. I've been there myself. The Archdruid and myself and 3 others went against this evil long ago. 3 of us fell. I persisted and wanted to push on. It had to be stopped. But he said no and forced me to leave. And then instead of dealing with it or searching for reinforcement, he puts us all into a slumber. And we wake up to this. At least someone has dealt with it. I hope what you are going to do will further deal with it. I feel like it was diminished, but not obliterated. So where you can find the temple is... You'll find out next time. So show up in 2 weeks from now, and we'll find out exactly where the temple is.
Oh, dang.
Will it be 2 weeks from now, though? Because it's 4th of July.
Oh yeah, 4th of July. That thing there. Yeah, I would say most people will be probably out looking at fireworks and things and blowing things up and stuff like that, right?
I mean, I'm just asking because it is a holiday.
I won't be. I'll be in Sweden. So.
Right.
It'll be in Sweden. Okay.
That's a
Will
good
you really be in
excuse.
Sweden for 4th of July?
Yeah, we'll be there until the 9th of July.
Nice.
Okay. So we will shoot for not the 2 weeks from this Sunday, but I guess we'll have to go 4 weeks from this Sunday, and then we'll find out exactly where the temple is.
So
And you guys
It'll be
can.
the 18th.
Yep, but we do have the Saturday campaign coming up this coming Saturday, and then even though we'll miss the Sunday campaign, we could possibly. Well, no, we can't. No, forget about that. Because I want to play in Josh's campaign on that Saturday if he has it. Because I haven't got to play. I've only got to
I
DM.
thought we were gonna have an extra Saturday campaign.
I thought about it, but I really like to play too. So, and I missed out yesterday because I was running so far behind. But we'll go 4 weeks from this Sunday. We'll come back and you guys can get the information on where the Elder Eye rests. And hopefully Mario will be back with us and can join us. So I was hoping he would pop in, but looks like he got tied up. So But anyway, I guess we'll end it there. I did want to bring up one thing. We're going to run this one until the end of like the first major plot point. And at that point, I was going to do a few little one-shots. They're not really one-shots, or maybe like 2 or 3 sessions like that. We're going to go back. We're going to go back and touch on some old characters from the first campaign that we did. So look forward for that. That's going to be some good stuff. So
What happened with Quarian?
so some people might get to reprise some roles if they want to.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, I guess we'll leave it at that. So me and Clan have retro game show tomorrow. If you want to check that out, banging my head against the wall playing Zelda 2. And then we got the Saturday campaign.
So we get on some Link to the Past.
Yeah, so I've got 2 more temples or palaces, or whatever. I'll finish one tomorrow, and then the other one, I don't know. It may take me a couple of tries to go through it. I don't know.
Will you finish one tomorrow?
I think so.
We've
hope
been
so.
on the record of finishing one per night.
One palace per night is what we've done so far. And I'm getting stronger and a little more skilled at the game, so we'll see. We'll see. My confidence is high until I get to that
And
last
also,
palace.
don't forget individually where we've been playing. Myself and Diz both have individually been playing Final Fantasy 2,
Yep.
and that's a weird game.
Yeah, it's a weird game. Hoping to get through that one pretty quickly. So,
Have you
anybody
asked
else
him
got
yet?
anything going on?
I've not passed him yet. He started before me.
I
Day
did.
streams Monday through Friday now.
Nice.
Because as tonight shows, my internet just can't keep a stream up at night anymore.
No. The internet hates the stream.
I know that I'm not streaming, but I will be grinding the heck out of Dark Alliance on Tuesday.
Nice.
Because
That
it
is
launches.
right.
Patch 9.1 comes out soon as well.
June 26th, right? Yeah, June 26th.
Yeah.
Oh, Legend of Mana comes out this week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's really exciting for me. Nobody else probably cares, but I do.
I
So
like Legend of Mana.
I never beat the game, so I want to go back and beat it. So all right. Well, I guess we'll see everybody on Saturday, hopefully, for some more D&D.
If
See if we
if
survive
I'm
a
still
gold dragon.
here.
If you're still here.
Well, I just got a tornado warning on my phone here, and I'm up on the 15th floor, so I might get blown away.
Next stop,
Okay.
Oz.
I think it's north of us. We'll probably be fine. It doesn't look that windy outside.
Well, if he gets taken to Oz, then it'll be perfect. We'll just have Malnox playing in the game with us later.
It will. All right. So we'll see everybody next time. Hopefully, no tornadoes. So,
We'll be fine.
yeah. Bye.